Hello everybody, good afternoon. I'm making this video just a little bit later than usual, so there might be a bit of extra shadowing, but today I want to talk to you about something pretty important, and that is achieving your big dream. So obviously the idea here is to have a dream, and turn it into a reality, right? But how are we going to do that? Well, today is all about achieving that big dream. And if you know me, you'll probably know by now that I love acronyms. So we're going to start with a little bit of an acronym. So D for dream, right? What does D stand for? It stands for details. So the idea here is that you want to write your dream down in as much detail as possible. So you want to use all your senses to really understand and get a feeling of that dream. So say your dream car's a Ferrari. Really write it out. Vision it. You want to know how it smells. You want to know how it feels in your hands. You want to know what the leather feels like on your back. The color of the car. Maybe the color of the interior. You want to know every single little detail. Does it have bigger rims? Does it have 2 exhausts? Whatever it is, figure out every bit of detail. If it's a dream house, picture the doorway, the entrance. Does it start with a hall? Is it big open? Lay it out in every single bit of detail using every one of our senses. So, we've got our eyes, our ears, our mouth, so taste, our nose for smell, and touch. So what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like even? Lick the steering wheel, who knows? What does it taste like? Use every single sense of yours to really get that in as much detail. Right? Once you've got that detail down and you know exactly every small aspect of your dream, that's when we move on to R. So R stands for repetition. Now, repetition basically means that we want to continuously tell ourselves our dreams. So write it down so you can read it every morning. Say it over to yourself in your head. Say it out loud so you can hear it being said. You want to have it continuously brought to your attention, continuously put in your mind so that you're transferring it from your conscious mind to your subconscious. So it becomes something that's not just a dream, but it's continuously being reiterated to you and becoming more of a reality and a goal and something you can actually achieve rather than just this imaginary thing that you want, right? You want to always be thinking about it, speaking it out loud to other people even. If you've got a partner, speak to them about it. Really get that involvement so that it's continuously on the mind, continuously on the voice, and you're using all senses to not only think about it, but also to incorporate it and hear it. Reading it, hearing it, everything. So we want to repeat our dream almost daily, if we can, twice a day, as many times as you can actually. So one thing is that a goal is basically just a dream with a plan. So we're trying to take that dream, turning it into a goal, turning it into action, and turning it into reality. So once we have a repetition, E. What does E stand for? Well, it stands for emotion. So repetition, we want to hear it, read it, absorb by it. Constantly hearing our dreams. So now, emotions. Bob Proctor, one of my all-time favorite mentors, he always talks about thoughts turn to feelings, turn to action, turn into results. So what we want to do here is we want to take those thoughts that we've got, the constant repetition of our dream being repeated in our brain, and bring some emotion to it. We want to get excited about it. We want the passion. You might be scared, you might be anxious, you might be nervous, you might be super excited, whatever it is, you want those emotions to run through, because once you've got the emotion, that's going to drive you to actually take the steps forward to achieving that goal, taking those action steps. So if you find that you're thinking about your dream but you're struggling to find those emotions, find that excitement, go back and make a bigger dream. If the idea of achieving your dream doesn't bring you all sorts of emotions, whether it's fear, anger, excitement, whatever it might be, your dream's not big enough. So go back and think of a bigger dream, making sure that you've got all the details, making sure that you're continuously saying it to yourself so that you can get that emotion behind it. The thought of achieving your goal should just be incredible. So get excited. Again, even if you're scared, you're feeling fear, or you're nervous, whatever emotions it is, these are good. You want that emotion to run through your body so that you can really take the next step forward. And what's that next step? Well, you might be able to guess it, but it's action planning. So you've got your idea, you're continuously talking about it to yourself, you've got the emotion, the excitement behind the thought of achieving it. Now, we want to turn it into a goal by creating an action plan. So action plan. That's right. The dream, whatever it may be, is going to have a bunch of little steps that are going to be necessary to achieving this goal. So, whatever your dream may be, whether it's jumping out of a plane, one of my goals was to learn how to skydive. And the action steps taken is you don't just go up there and jump out. No, you do training on the ground, you do the motions, you do a practice jump, you jump with someone else, you do it multiple times before you even get close to jumping out on your own. Each of these little stepping stones are achievements to creating this massive dream. So creating an action plan, figuring out the small steps which lead to the bigger steps is going to be absolutely crucial. And then once you have an action plan, you can start organizing yourself on ways to fulfill them. And get excited about the small steps. So each little step you achieve, you succeed with, that should bring more excitement, more emotion. And this loop is going to help you take those steps to actually achieving your overall dream. Now lastly, M. What does M stand for? Well, I like to say manifest. Now, the Google's definition of manifest is actually to display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance. So basically manifest it, make it happen, make it happen. You've got a dream, something incredible that you want to achieve. Make sure you get all the details, make sure you know every aspect of your dream, using every single sentence. Then repeat this dream to yourself over and over and over again, nighttime, daytime. Really drill in every single aspect of that dream so that when you achieve it, you're like, this is exactly what I wrote down. This is exactly what I told myself. I have made it. Then get that emotion, get that excitement, get those emotions running through your body no matter what it is. Just have that energy for it. Those thoughts turns to feelings are going to turn into actions and results. So once you've got your emotions down, get this action plan down packed, making sure you know every little detail of every little step that's going to bring you towards your overall goal. And then, lastly, make it happen. Do your action plan. And again, every time you achieve one little step of your action plan, celebrate it. Get the emotion going, get excited, get nervous for the next action step. And if you continue to follow this, soon enough, you'll realize that that dream that you had is completed. You've actually done the one thing that you wanted to achieve, whether it be big or small. Now you can go back with a new dream, writing out your details again, really getting focused, repeating it, finding that emotion, making your action plan, and making it happen. Hopefully this has been helpful. This acronym dream is something that I use a lot to really drive myself forward and breaking down the steps from having an idea in my head to actually making the results come to fruition. So I hope that was helpful. I'll see you in the next video.